All right. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to put this right here. This is what we're going to be fundraising for this week. And I'm very excited for today's class too. Let me close these other things. Okay. I'm here, I'm present, I'm ready. I think so, at least. As ready as I'll ever be. Hey, Stephanie. Hi, beautiful love. How are you today? I want to yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to pop this chat out. Bam. Technology. Hey, Holly. Hey, Nicolette. Hey, Annalisa Presta. God, I'm so happy to be here with you too, Steph. I'm a little tired today, I have to admit. So we're gonna see how this goes. It always feels like romper room. What's romper room? What's that? I'm curious. Yesterday, just a story for y'all. It was my husband's birthday, like the week prior, and we, did this little adventure trip, but he mentioned in passing a month before, I would love to do a fishing something. And I was like, okay, I'm not really into fishing, but let's go. We're gonna do this fishing thing. And so we got on a boat yesterday, and I don't know these things. I'm not fishing, but I booked us for a full day. Should have been a half day. I feel beat to shit. Took a few showers to get the boat and fish smell off of me. So I'm feeling a little tired today. Oh my God. He's like, next time if you don't want to do something, you don't have to come. So guys, let me just remind you and remind me that you can do sweet things for other people and just send them off to do them, and you don't have to do it with them. That's gonna be my new thing going forwards. Oh my God. Okay, Nicolette, children's TV show when I was young, and they would say, I see so-and-so, and say hello. See, romper room wasn't my generation. I think I missed that one. Yeah, Holly, it's a lot. I'm good. I'm good. Shit. So I'm gonna undo the damage of sitting somewhere with literally zero cushioning. And we're gonna bust these hips open today. It's what we're doing. So let's head to the scene. Let's talk about where we're going and what we're doing. Here we are. So last week we did our yoga dandasana, right? We were like, we were busting hips open and trying to get our little feet back on these triceps, and it was crazy. But we did it from the ground, and there are some entries into these shapes that you can do from a standing position that to me aren't necessarily easier, but just might be a different route that works a little bit better for other people, yeah? So we're gonna play with some of those routes. We're gonna do a little more twisting. Know that if this shape doesn't happen for you today, it does not mean anything other than you tried, you learned something new, and maybe you move that needle a little bit forward in terms of getting you into some deeper hip openers, yeah? So props that we will use today, potentially. I'm not really like going prop centric, but it just could help if you need them. So as always, I like having a little cushion for my knees because my knees are pretty janky, okay? You may have enough cushion just with your mat, right? I also have a couple blocks, also not necessary, but might work a little bit better as we do some bigger warm-ups for our hips, okay? I'm like, okay, am I ready? I don't know. And just to kind of continue like what we were, starting to fundraise for last week, I was not having the best of luck. I was trying to reset this donation bar. This is still the donations that we made last week. But over here, I've got a QR code for who we are donating for this week. So we're going for New Orleans Abortion Fund. Yay, let's support New Orleans. Now, while it seems city specific, this abortion fund actually works all across the Gulf. So into Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, and people that are seeking these kind of procedures in Louisiana in particular, they are so far away and are going to have to drive and travel so far in order to get this kind of procedure done. So this is going to help with travel, help with expenses for that. You don't feel like you have to support this. If you're unable to today, I'm going to donate today on behalf of everybody. So thank you for supporting me and enabling me to support them. So yeah. That's what we're doing, because this is how I'm going to be able to, with my brain, move through this thing, do good for people. All right, I'm going to give it another minute or two, because I know people hop on sometimes like a little bit late, a little bit after, which is totes fine. You know me, I'm a little bit late to the party usually. I'm also going to turn up my AC because it's feeling a little spicy in this room. Also music-wise, I've got some ideas for us. As soon as I find my AC control app here, let me drop this down a notch or two. Hey, Kat Clinton. Hey, Yasna, welcome. So great to see you all. Oh yeah, let me get this music situation. I'm like streaming it on my other desktop screen over there, so I gotta snatch it. Jenna, what's poppin'? I know I'm out of focus. There I am, hello. Hello. I'm kind of on these chill vibes, like I said, because I got my ass beat. Oh shit, restart. Listen, it's a YouTube link. I hope that doesn't mess with you. Out here doing double YouTube linky blinkies. I don't know if you guys know the band Krungbin, but I'm kind of obsessed with them. And this is where my energy's at today. Okay? That's where my energy's at. All right, folks. Protein bar got shoved down my face. Do you guys know about this? Perfect bars. I'm obsessed. I think I eat them every day. I'm like, yo, let me get 350 calories to the dome, please. Plus, it tastes like chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm obsessed. All right. Ready, you guys? Let's do it. Let's get down on our butts. We're gonna have a seat. And I just want you to have that comfortable seated position wherever you're at. Sitting up nice and tall. And if you need it, of course, you can stick like a little block or a bolster underneath your butt. And we're going to take a few minutes here to just ground, center ourselves, and breathe. I want you to feel your sit bones root into the ground and your spinal column elongate. One of the things that yoga taught me to do so well is to become so aware of when my posture starts to break down like this, when I'm feeling tired or just disengaged. And so I want you to sit up nice and tall, yeah? For yourself, for anybody around you. Relax the shoulder blades down your back. And we're just going to move through the head and neck. So I want you to drop your chin down towards your chest. And then roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Feeling that stretch shift from all along the SEM, your sternocleidomastoid. Maybe you even get it underneath the collarbone into the pec muscles. And then roll it through center. Feel it shift into the trap muscles. And then over to the other side, SEM, right underneath the clavicle, maybe even into the scalenes, and back and forth. Here we go. So I don't go around in full circles because I kind of fucked up my neck a while ago. So if you want to do full circles, go for it. But I'm only doing these little half circles, okay? And if you find a really sticky spot, stick with it. Maybe you need to breathe there. Anchor a shoulder down a little bit more. Wiggle into that stretch. And then we'll take everything back to center. We'll lengthen back out through the cervical spine, aka your neck. We're going to contract back into the tailbone. Feel the navel draw in. Hang on to the fronts of your shin bones. Even stretch out the space between your blades. And then take it back forwards. Lift your chest. Open up your heart. Seated cat-cows, please. Nice work. One more time, just like that. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. And then we're going to move in a circle and go through our Sufi grinds. To the right, to the front, to the left, to the back. Yeah. This is what my body needs today. Jeez. Ugh. The next time in your back, let's switch directions. Other way. And the next time you're lean back, let's unhook your legs, taking them in front of you. And then I want you to sit up tall onto your sit bones. I don't know if you guys feel it. I feel it every time. When I'm like contracted back and I sit up, I kind of like roll over these little, boop, boop, these little muscly bumps in my butt. Okay, hands are gonna come behind you. The fingertips are going to face forwards, we're going to go for a reverse tabletop position. So we're on all fours, but we're not belly down, we're belly up. So let's press into the feet, lift up your hips, open up that stretch into the front line of the arms. Ooh, hi. You can let the head fall back if you like. 3 breaths here. Great, let's use that last breath to bring yourself back down onto your hips. Legs are gonna extend long in front of you. Seated forward fold. Start to work over your legs any amount you can. Feel that stretch into the back. All right, let's keep the legs long. I want you to point through your toes. Elongate the spine, so we're trying to go as straight as possible. Arms are going to reach forward in front of you. Thumbs facing up, palms facing each other. Start to move backwards, taking the length out of the spine as you move down one backbone at a time. Good, slow Pilates roll down. How slow can you go? Shoulders are gonna meet the ground in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's take the arms up above your head. Inhale, breath. Exhale, big sweep with the arms around. Bring the knees in towards your chest and then take them wide around your ribs. Circle out your legs, open up your hips. Reverse directions of these butterfly circles. And then we're gonna meet in Apanasana. You were already there, knees are wide, hands can reach onto the shin bones for a second. I want you to practice something with me. I want you to lengthen up your spine, or even pretend like you're going into a back bend. So really try to accentuate the lumbar curvature here on the ground. Engage through the butt cheeks. Stay here, last 3, last 2. Relax a little bit, maybe going back into a neutral or even pushing the low spine into the ground as you show the bottoms of your feet towards the ceiling. So think like happy baby, except I want you to take nice straight arms towards the insides of your legs. Remember how our arms were kind of like facing like forwards, thumbs up, palms facing each other? We're gonna do that same thing here, but just to the inside of our legs. Now try to slide the knees down towards the ground. Maybe your fingertips make it past the soles of your feet. Wow. And then we're gonna lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. Great, lower the shoulders back down. Exhale, try to lift them back up. It's just like a little curl up. Yeah, now every time you curl up, think about the knees also going down by your sides. I know, what a weird way to do some abdominal work today. There I go, making Dr. Seuss rhymes again. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Jesus, 2, good, keep it up on 1, tiny little lift, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, for 8, 7, keep reaching, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it up on 1, hold, try to pull those knees down a little bit more, for 3, for 2, and relax on 1. Reach for the inside edges of your feet. Happy baby with a little straddle action, taking one leg out to the side, the other out to the side. Maybe you go for both. Inner thighs feel nice and open, or maybe you're like, good Lord, I'm not ready for that yet, TL. Well, don't worry, we're gonna try to get you there. Okay, let's bring it in. Fingertips into knee pits. Let's roll like a ball up and down the length of your mat. I love this warm up. Probably one of my faves, but if your spine's feeling a little cranky, maybe this isn't the one for you today. And you can just sit off to one side and meet us in tabletop. 10 more seconds of either rocking and rolling or making your way onto all fours. Great. Keep going. I'm just looking at stuff. All right. All right, once you make it onto all fours, instead of doing anything like cat-cows, we're actually just gonna bump our hips from right to left. So move hips to the right, hips to the left. I really like doing this for kind of the IT band area. And then we'll bump you all the way back to center. I want you to shimmy your knees just a little bit closer to your hands. We already did a big bicep opener. This time I want to get onto the tops of the forearms. So I want you to take your hands and flip them like pancakes, just like this. Boop. So that if you were to look down, you would see the palms of your hands. I want you to lean back a little bit so it's almost like you're trying to sit your butt towards your heels to feel that stretch. Now my butt is pretty far away from my heels. Well, maybe it doesn't look like that, but it feels like it's miles away, okay? All right, let's take our paws back onto the mat. All fours, shift your body weight forward, and then start to draw circles. Just like there's a pen attached to the center of your chest and you're drawing right between your thumbs. Reverse these circles. Once you make your way all the way back to center, place your left hand right in the middle of where you drew that circle. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Bump the hips out to the right if you need. Inhale, breath. Exhale, thread your needle. Right arm goes underneath you. Right shoulder, right ear comes down to the ground. Now, I don't know if you noticed this little detail I just did. Instead of just dropping my ear next to my shoulder, I try to scoot the ear forward so I'm creating a lot of space between the shoulder and ear. Left arm can reach forward. You can go up onto your little wizardy, spidery fingertips and really square the left shoulder down, square the hips off. If you feel like it, you can also half bind, wrapping the left arm around your body. Great, last breath here. Last breath out. Let's unwind. Taking your right arm up to the sky, I want you to spin onto your left knee, extend the right leg behind you. Try to press the hips forward. Open up through your chest. Take one big circle with your right arm in one direction, into the other direction. And then circle that right arm all the way down to the ground. Spin back to neutral, but maintain this right leg reaching back behind you. Float it up and off of the ground, pointing through your toe. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Round the upper spine. Push away from the ground. That's it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more. Last 2. Final 1. Re-extend the leg. Try to hold this balance. See if you can reach your left arm forwards. The fingertips can stay on the ground, or you can reach the left arm up and float. Hold your balance. Push away from the ground with the right arm. You're here just for 5, 4, 3, last 2. And then lower everything back down. Place your right hand in the center of that circle that you drew earlier. Left arm reaches up. Feel free to bump the hips off center to help you do that. And then center the hips as you thread your needle. Taking left arm underneath you, lowering the shoulder to the ground, scooting the head forwards before you place it onto your mat. Right hand can stay where it was, or you can reach it forward, coming up onto those wizardy fingertips. Trying to, again, always square the hips, square the armpit down, especially with that reach forward. Last breath here in this threaded needle. And we'll start to work our way back. Hand coming back where it was, left arm reaching up, spin onto the right knee, and extend that leg back behind you. Start to open up your chest. Push the hips forward. Sometimes I need to walk that heel a little bit down. Take your big circle with the arm. Yum. And then circle that arm into the other direction. Circle it all the way back down to the mat. Squaring everything off and then floating your left foot up. Press and extend through that left leg. Nice energy. Inhale, breath. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Round your spine, contract. Push away from the ground. That's it. 4 more. Two. 1. Meet me on the extension. Hold your balance here if you're just starting out and learning this one, or you can crawl this right hand forward for a little level up. Maybe you're feeling like really messing with your equilibrium and reaching the right arm forwards. Keep with the engagement. Watch out for a lazy left shoulder. Push away from the mat. I know, I don't like this one either. Here for 3, 2, and return everything back down to the ground. 1 cow position. So reach the heart space forward, get into that back bend. Tuck your toes, and then take it back into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Now, always on my first down dog, I like to do a little bit of movement, a little bit of heel lifting, hip swiveling. So feel free to do that on your first one too if you need. Good. And then I want you to settle into some stillness, please. Really try to knit the ribs together. Working biceps by your ears without shrugging them into your ears. So try to pull the blades down. I know it's a lot of things to keep in check. Now I want you to elevate through your heels, bend your knees, hold that deep compressive bend for a breath in, and then exhale, lengthen out through the legs back into downward facing dog. Good, repeat that 4 more times. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, compress. Stay in the compression. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lengthen out the legs. Good. 3 more on your own. Nice. Your last one is going to transition you to the front. So when you bend into your knees, I want you to look forwards. And you can hop, or you can take a step to the front, feet hip width distance, just for this first roll up. When you make it all the way up to standing, step your feet together, big toes touching, heels ground, tailbone lengthens. We're going for a Mahabandha or 3-part lock. I want you to feel the pelvic floor engage. Good, your Uddiyana Bandha, that kind of upper abdominal area pull in, and then Jalandhara, slight lock into the throat, lowering the chin ever so slightly. Take an inhale breath here. Ujjayi, exhale, contract the back of the throat. Again, inhale breath. Ujjayi, exhale. Nice, release those bandhas. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, maybe even look up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold with a flat spine. Make your way all the way down to your fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice. Exhale back into your fold. Now look back at the front edge of your mat. Step back into high plank, going through our first chaturanga. Glide forward, bend elbows. Upward facing, open up through the chest, press straight through the arms. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Reset with a breath in and a breath out. Heels high, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front. Again, hopping is always going to make things more difficult. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, arms by side, body, Samastitihi. Think of that. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Nice. Chaturanga, this time you can work hop backs. If you're working hop backs, trying to land as light as possible, please. Back into downward facing. And then we're going to go through that one more time after a breath reset. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front, hop, step. Great. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Arms by side, body. Mahabandha. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold, taking it all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Great. Chaturanga, high to mid plank. Once you make it back into downward facing dog, I want you to shorten up your stance a little bit. One of my favorites, we're going to work through a twisted downward facing. So I like to stance out a little bit, making sure I can really comfortably root through my heels. Now, rooting through the heels doesn't mean they're touching the ground, but it means that they feel energetically like they're working towards the earth and the hips aren't going to sway with you. Take the right arm underneath your body, reaching for outside edge of your left leg, ankle, or even scooping underneath the heel and foot. Now, I like to, once I grab the heel, now this is for the heel variation, to feel like I'm pulling so that I'm getting a stretch along the back of my shoulder blade. Yeah? Stay in that downward facing dog twist for 3. Great for 2. And 1, let's move that downward facing twist to the other side. Releasing the right arm. Make sure you place it back where it wanted to be. Left arm is going to go underneath you now and try to find the outside of your right leg, ankle, or scooping underneath the heel. Yeah? It's really easy here to let the hips move with you, and I gave you permission to do that on that other one, but I really feel the stretch so differently and also working a lot safer in through my right shoulder when I'm trying to line up. You keep going. I'm going to do my other side so I'm feeling kind of even. And we'll take it back to down dog. This time I want you to turn out your feet from your downward facing dog. Walk your hands the rest of the way. And we're going down into Malasana, one of many. Yeah? So toes turn out, heels turn out. A lot of people reach out to me about issues with trying to get their heels down in Malasana. That is not an uncommon thing to deal with. Things that may be happening, it might be your ankle flexion, it might be your hip opening, it might just be your center of gravity. Something nice and easy that you can do is roll up a blanket, roll up a mat, roll up a towel, place your heels on top of this and try to go for it. See if that feels more supportive for you, just easier in general, yeah? Other things you can do is just try to keep the hips higher. Stay higher until they progressively get more open. Another thing that gets missed sometimes is that there is actually a little bit of rotational ability in your knees, and you want to try to roll towards the outer edges of your feet, so we're working more into these outer tib-fib muscles here, yeah? Just have to say all those things first, yeah? Before we go deeper into the Malasana hole. All right, One final breath in right here. With your exhale, lift your hips, pivot your feet back to neutral. If you placed anything underneath your heels, release it, get rid of it in this moment. Slide it off to the side just in case you need that knee padding later. We'll soften our knees. We're gonna roll ourselves all the way back up towards a standing position. And we're just gonna do a little standing mobility drill here. So I want you to pick up the right knee towards your chest, draw it as close as you can in, and step it straight back down. And then we're gonna alternate. When I do this, I really like to push my hips forward. All right, last 10 seconds. You can even take this as a little march to the front, because we are gonna go to the front. Finish off your rest, your last right and your last left. We're gonna meet back into a hip width distance apart, okay? Now I want you to bend into your knees, sit your hips backwards, yeah? And then arms are going to reach forward in front of you. Take an inhale breath. With your exhale, sweep the right arm down, back, and behind you, and reach your left arm forwards. Did you do this? Did you open up your hips? I want you to close it back down. Block can even come between your thighs. You can give that a little squeeze if it's difficult, if it's difficult to keep the knees together in order to keep your core engaged. Last breath. And let's take it back to the front and do the same thing on the other side. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Nice. Take it back up towards the front. Inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, let's take it back into a low lunge. I want you to frame up the right foot. Lower the left knee down if that's possible. Blocks can come under hands if you want that little bit of an arm extension. Breath in. Exhale, let's go into our half split. Great, keep going. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. 3 more. Now, the next time you're in your half split, let me move this a little bit. I want you to stay. I want you to point your toes down towards the ground if possible. If they float up a little bit, it's not a big deal. It just means the front of your ankles are a little tight. That's okay. I want you to work your body weight forwards and then ripple the spine back up, lengthening out at the last moment and taking it back down. So just the spine is moving for 3. Last 2. Last 1. I want you to ripple up one last time, keeping your left hand on the ground or block. Reach your right arm up, so you're in a half splits twist. Say good morning to your right hip. Hey, buddy. Great. Stay in the twist, but flex your right foot. Different? Start to turn your right set of toes out to the side, like they're a little windshield wiper. Nice, bring it back to center. Return the right hand down to the ground or block. Rebend into your front knee, tuck back toes, lift back knee. We're gonna go into 3-legged dog. So I'm gonna ditch my blocks here, plant my hands, use my core, lift the right leg up to the sky, and open up my hip. Great. Move through this hip if you want to, if that feels intuitively right, make it happen. Maybe your hamstring feels nice and open. You want to go into your asymmetrical 3-legged dog. I just have so much fun in this shape. I feel like a little kid when I do it. All right, we're going to take it back into downward facing. We'll lower the right foot towards the earth. And then we're going to make our way back to the top. Bend into your knees. Hip width distance. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's go into our chair. Bend into your knees. This is gonna be the last time we do an open twist and hip with distance twist, okay? Right arm works back, left arm works forward. Inhale back to the front. Open twist to the left. Inhale back into your chair. Exhale, fold, take it down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Low lunge, right foot is going to step back now. All right, right knee is gonna lower. I grab blocks for my first round of these guys. Going through your hip flexor hamstrings. Total of 5. I'm already feeling so sweaty, it feels unfair. I feel like I haven't done any of the hard stuff yet. Oh God, last 2. All right, the next time you lengthen through your left leg, we're gonna hold that. I want you to try to melt the torso towards the leg. And then we're just gonna ripple through the spine. Lift it up, inhale. Exhale down. It should feel ever so slightly like, almost like a cat-cow action, if that makes sense. Like I'm kind of catting the back as I lift and cowing the back as I lower. Last 2. Oof. My left leg feels like absolute garbage today. All right, when you ripple up on this last one, right hand is gonna stay on the ground or the block, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Half splits, twist. Ardha Hanumanasana. Great, now flex your left foot. See if that changes. And then I want you to externally rotate the left foot. Oh, geez. Now it's not just the foot rotating, that's kind of a misspeak on my part. I want you to rotate it all the way up to the femur bone. So all the way up into the hip socket if possible. All right, bring it back to neutral. Return the left hand down. Rebend into your front knee, take it forwards, tuck back toe, lift back knee. We're going into 3-legged dog. So I ditch my blocks so that I feel like I can do that one safely for me. Open the hip, bend into your knee, and try to copycat whatever you did on the other side. Okay, let's make our way back up and into our downward facing. Reset for 2 breaths, and we're just gonna go through one side of this flow, and then we'll take a little break, copycat it, and keep moving forwards. Last round of breath here. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Let's get it, my loves. Open up the hip, bend into the knee, shift forward, tap right knee to right tricep, and then take it back up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Big squeeze, can it touch flesh? Inhale, right leg lifts up to sky. Right knee, right tricep. I want you to try to bring your right foot a little closer towards your left elbow. Flex the foot, push back into a figure 4 downward facing dog. 1 breath. Great. Take this right leg back to neutral, step it through your hands, and then up into a high crescent we go. Stacking your shoulders up above your hips, arms are going to reach up overhead. Take your breath in. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forwards. I'm bending my left leg a little bit, the one that's back behind me, because it helps me take all that excess curvature out of my lumbar spine. I'm trying to still get into my hip flexors with this one. All right, let's take it back up into your high lunge and then into your Virabhadrasana 2. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Flip right palm to the sky. Let's go into reverse warrior. Gain all that space into the right side body. And then let's take it into your side. Left arm reaches high. Right elbow can rest onto the thigh. Right hand, preferably, we're gonna wanna try to get this down towards the ground eventually. It can work onto a block if you need to. Now, one thing I want you to notice, are you rolled to the inner edge of your left foot? You may even look back and just see it doing that. Try to push into the pinky toe side edge of that left leg for this side angle. Babies, give me a breath in. Exhale, let's take us back into our warrior two. Straighten out through the front leg, reverse Trikonasana. Nice, low lunge twist. Rebend into your front knee. Take the left hand down to the ground, inside of right leg, and reach your right arm high. Nice. Lower the left knee down if you need. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Right leg extends back behind you. Now, if you didn't lower the leg down, you can take it up onto your feet staggered together. Or even you want to just add on to the hip opening elements of today and work into your Vrikshasana leg or your tree pose leg. So right sole of the foot will work into the left inner thigh. If you're trying that tree leg, I have a special exit for you. In 3 seconds, we're going to go through our chaturanga. All right. Everybody, take it back onto your hands. If you've got the tree leg, try to keep it as you go through your mid plank. Release it for upward facing dog. That's important. And then exhale, take it back into downward facing. Breaths in. Breaths out. All right, left leg lifts. Hip opens. Right away, left knee is going to tap as high as it can up onto your left tricep. Lift it back up, three-legged. Left knee, right tricep. Ugh. Lift it back up. Knee to left tricep once more. External rotation, figure four, down dog. All right, let's take this left leg back forwards. We're going to step through into low lunge. And then move up into our high crescent. So shoulders stack above the hips, arms reach up overhead. Breath in, exhale, open twist. Again, I'm bringing that back leg into more of a bend, just so we can focus on the quad and the hip flexor, because we're gonna need that. Inhale, breath. Exhale out. Rise back up into high crescent, and then take it into Vira 2. Revolved warrior when you're ready. And we'll use that as a transition down into your side angle. So left elbow can start on the thigh, right arm high. Or you can start to work the hand down to the ground. Again, what I want you to watch for is how your right foot is positioned. So trying to push into that pinky toe side edge and really leaning into that left inner thigh. It'll help. It'll help with the hip openers, I promise. Breath in. Exhale, let's bring you back up into your two. Lengthen through the front leg, reverse Trikonasana, big side body space. Exhale, low lunge twist. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Pivot off the back foot, right hand down, left arm up. Great, right knee lowers if you need it. Vashisthasana, side plank. Your Vashi can have the feet staggered and lifted, stacked, or in your tree position. Great. When they're in this tree position, I want you to make sure that that left butt cheek is still turned on, right? It's not just like absently up there. It is present. It came to class today too, okay? Last 3 seconds, we're gonna move through that chatta. If you tried the tree pose chatta last time, I want you to do it here too. Great, let's all square it off. Keep that leg as you go to your mid plank. Release the tree leg for your upward facing dog. And then exhale, everybody, let's take it back into down dog. Reset with a breath. Drop down to your knees if you want to take a little water break with me. Great job, everyone. Woo! Okay. We're on to our last 15 minutes of class. I don't know how that happened. Thought I'd be halfway through, but we're 3/4 through now. Damn it. That just means we have to hustle on this last one. That's okay. I wish I could show you guys pie right now too. Oh my God. She's just a floor cat now. I have this little like foot, yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. I got this little like footrest, but she's taken it over, so now she's like my permanent under the desk footrest. Just has a heartbeat, that's all. All right, in 10 seconds, we're gonna go back into downward facing dog. 3. Great, last 2. And from that downward facing dog, let's lift up our heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look to the front, travel to the front. You can hop that through a handstand down. You can even hop into a malasana. Take that for a second, lift your hips, heel toe the feet together, or just step your way there, okay? Meet us in your halfway lift. So lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now we're gonna go into chair pose with the feet together if you can. If you can, bring the block back in. Squeeze it between your thighs, yeah? Arms are gonna reach up. Now I want you to bring them to heart center with a breath in. And with your exhale, twist. We're going left elbow, either between or towards the outside of the thighs. If you were doing the block squeeze thing, know that your elbows can rest onto the block too. That's kind of a cool thing you can do here. Let it be just a little landing pad. Maybe even take it out a little bit further, and it just gives you that extra inch or two where you can make that connection, okay? Now prayer twists are super difficult. They're super compressive, but I want you to add a little bit of oomph to it and try to think about drawing the heart a little bit closer towards your thumbs. Take the shoulder blades down, lengthen out through your spine a little bit. One last breath here. And then twist to the other side. So come through center, right elbow, outside of thigh, or maybe it lands right on top of that block or between the thighs for you. Again, always think our twists are meant to be very active, right? We're moving through the spinal column, and I want you to create a lot of length before you work that rotation. One final breath. Nice. Work your way back to center and then forward fold. If you had a block, ditch it. Feel free to work your way through and back to downward facing dog. That can look like hop backs. That can look like adding in another handstand right here. And then we'll all meet in down dog. Great job. Right leg is gonna lift, hip is gonna open. Let's see if we can drop it back behind us and flip our tummies up towards the sky. Love this one. All right, take it back, right knee, right tricep, give it a little squeeze. Right leg back high. Right knee, left tricep, give it a little squeeze. Take it back up. Right knee, right tricep, figure 4, down dog. And take it back forward, step it through. Inhale into your high crescent. Exhale, we work into an open heart twist. Now keep the openness, hands come to heart, breath in. Exhale, take your left elbow onto the right thigh. Try to bring the thumbs a little bit closer towards heart center. Inhale, breath. Exhale, twist that extra inch deeper. Nice. Open up through your arms again. Rise. And we're going to swim back into our warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Great. Side angle. Right hand can come down towards the ground onto a block. Left arm reaches high. Breath in. Great, with your exhale, make it back up, Vira 2. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana. Exhale, low lunge twist all the way down. Great, to work that extra piece of compression, left arm comes to the outside of the right leg. If you worked any binds in class and want to add them in here, add them in. Go for your half, go for your full. All right, let's release and go into our second to last side plank here. Again, it can work onto the thigh. You can even go for a toe grab and go for your Padangusthasana version. All right, let's release. Move your way through your high to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts. Hip opens. If you did it on the other side, let's drop it back. Pushing the hips up towards the sky, opening up front line of the belly. Bring it back around. Left knee, left tricep, squeeze. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Left knee, left tricep. Figure four, down dog, take it back. Great, let's take it back forward, step through to low lunge. Inhale up into your high crescent. Open heart twist. Hold that twist. Take your hands towards heart center, breath in. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Ooh. Thumbs work closer towards your heart. Inhale, breath. Exhale out. Now try to stay in this shape. Open up through your arms. Yo. Let's bring you back up. And then we'll open into your warrior two. Very smooth flowing movement into that shape. Reverse warrior, breath in. Exhale, side angle, work it down. Ooh, my goodness gracious. Again, one breath in. Exhale, we take it back up into your two. Reverse, and all the way down into your low lunge twist. Great, if you work the depth here, trying to bring right hand to outside of left leg. And if you work binds, full or half, bringing them back in here. All right, if you've got those big binds, let them go. We're going into our last side plank of this class. Copycatting whatever you did on the other side. I worked through this Padangusthasana version. Maybe I can do it on this side. Last three, two, and let's release. High to mid plank. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna make our way to the front of our mat one more time. Again, if you wanted to practice any type of handstand work, arm balances on your way there, making it happen. By make it happen, I mean not like that. And we're gonna go for our feet together. Halfway lifts, folds, and then into our last rounds of chairs, but these are gonna be a little special, okay? We're gonna practice our figure four chairs and try to add on a little twist. If you made it this far, you guys are doing so great, okay? Now we're gonna start with the left leg lifting first in our chair, okay? Make your figure four connection, boom. Hands to heart, sink a little bit deeper. Maybe this is as far as you get today, Or you try to get this left elbow to the sole of your left foot. Maybe you're even able to get the tricep onto the foot. Now, if it helps you to do this next to a wall, I encourage you to do that. But you can probably see, hey, this is a lot different way, maybe an easier way, maybe not so easy to get yourself into that type of prep for our yoga dandasana. All right. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Let's slip out, stand up tall, and then we're going to try the other side, okay? Oh my God, how is it that time? Fucking shit. Okay, right leg lifts. How does this happen to me, you guys? Feeling cheated yet again. I don't know why I'm giving you the elbow of justice tap right now. Okay, hands are at heart. Let's try to go for the same rotation. See if you can get the right elbow towards the foot or even deeper. Great, here for 3. Here for 2. And 1. Let's get you out of here. Release and stand. Now, it wouldn't be a Tracy Lynn class without just some extra spice onto it. Just some extra assholery. So we're going to try it one more time, and I'm going to give you some things to try, okay? All right. Chair position, yeah? Whew, you got this. Left leg lifts. Figure 4. Hands to heart. If you're able to get even a little bit of tricep flesh, even if it was just right above the elbow onto the foot, go there. Now I want you to try to glue that foot onto the tricep. See if you can float the ankle up off of the knee. Great. Maybe even stand up a little bit taller with it. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. Take it back down and up. If you tried it on one side, you gotta try it on the other. Even if you were like, girl. Figure 4. Okay, hands at heart. Right elbow. Sole of left foot. Really glue, really squeeze. See if you can float. Maybe even stand up a little bit taller with it. For 3. For 2. And place it back down. Make your way back up, release the foot. Stand up tall. And if you're somewhere crazy that you didn't start, like not at the top of your mat, let's go there now. And then let's come all the way down to your seat. Open up the hips, try to get in between your legs, grab for your toes, and bring your butt onto the ground. Try to get your feet together here, just a little bit. Lift up through your chest, you're just balancing on your butt. Let's try to extend through your legs. Open them out from right to left, or to right and left. And try to roll forward onto your sit bones. Open up through those legs. Try to get them back behind you any amount. Hey, hello. Last 3. Last 2. And let's bring it back in. Contract, roll your way down onto your back. And give your leggies a little hug. Take a twist to your left-hand side. And let's work it back through center, twist over to the right. And we'll make our way back to center. If there's any things that I left out that you need before our final shapes, make it happen. That can look like plow. That can look like bridge. Anything that feels really, really good for you, make it happen here. Hi, Anita. And once you take those final shapes and you feel taken care of, let's bring you down for just a single minute or more, if you can hack it, of a final meditation. And if you are using a certain playlist, mine, yours, just find a song that works for you here. Yeah. Taking these last 10 breaths to yourself. I want your last breath to be your biggest one yet. Maybe you even make a little bit of a sound with your exhale. Aha. Take your left hand to your heart, your right hand onto your belly. Remind yourself that this feeling is always accessible to you because you created it. Thank you for letting me teach you today, whether it was morning, afternoon, or evening for you. I am so grateful for all of you for coming to class. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday. Thank you for joining me. I'm curious how that last little transition went for you guys. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Sending so much love to you. Yeah, now my hips feel ready for the day. I don't know about you guys. So a little FYI for our schedule this week too. Oh, thank you, Angela. Yasna, thank you. So we have class on Thursday. We'll have our beginners class. But this weekend, I am taking off. It is me and my husband's 1-year wedding anniversary. So we're just going to like cuddle up with each other in a little love cocoon and hide out from the world together. So we'll be back the following week. And I'll be premiering a new class type that I'm working on. It's a combo of bar and restorative. So not this Friday, the following Friday, we're gonna be doing that. No, Angela, I know, right? Oh, Jessica, thank you. Thank you, you guys, you're so sweet. Yeah, it feels like it was yesterday. We're like, already? We just got married. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. You are so welcome. I'm fucking sweaty, y'all. I know that might have not been insane, crazy power work, but it's really all I could muster today. Thanks, Steph. Oh. And thank you also, if anybody donated. I know my little ticker bar down underneath my face, it's like broke, and I really tried to spend like an hour before class figuring it out, and I was driving myself crazy. But we're gonna continue fundraising for reproductive rights. I've got the QR code just over the chat over here. I'm like pointing like where? Where is it? Oh, Beatrice. Hi, darling. Whether you're here to say hello or goodbye, I'm just happy you came. So like I was saying, we're raising funds for communities in need in the United States since we had Roe v. Wade overturned. So I'm going to have another group next week, another group the following. I'm pretty sure there's 4 Mondays, which I can do this. Yes. Oh, we're going to enjoy the cocoon, Jessica. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really grateful. I know everybody showed out last week with the donations. So again, if you have anything to spare, even a buck or two, it all helps for people that are in need, because I'm of peak privilege, whereas I can go somewhere to get what I need. But a lot of people have a hard time doing that, in particular, people that are in Louisiana and in that Gulf Coast that got all their rights literally fucking stripped away overnight. So this group helps people that need abortions all across the Gulf, including Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. They're amazing. So thank you if you donated. Oh, thank you, Beatrice. Thank you. I know, isn't that QR code so handy? You can just point your phone at it with your picture camera and just boop. And just like we did last week, I'll be making a donation on behalf of our community to it. My husband and I did that last week as well, so just gonna make it happen for people, you know? And I'm gonna stream on Twitch again this week and continue raising funds. I got just a little distracted last week and wasn't able to do it, but I promise I will do it this Wednesday. Yes. But other than that, I really hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'm here for you. If there's anything I can do to support you, or that my community can do to support you, you know, we're here. We got a super tight-knit little crew on Patreon, and we all talk to each other on Discord, and, you know, people put their art in there and buy each other's art and support each other in so many ways, and it's so amazing. So if you're in need of that, I will help you and create it for you, because everybody right now really needs community. So whether that's in your own immediate space or even in an online space, people are here for you. All right, my darlings. I am going to close up stream. I really need to make myself some food. I just kind of, shoved a little protein bar down my face before, but my body is asking me for more than that, so I'm going to deliver. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week. And again, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm going to pop my email in here too. And I love to see everybody's stories on Instagram too. So if you want to tag me in that, or reach out and message me on there, boom, there you go. And if you want to join our Patreon community, here we go. All right, my darlings. Thank you so much for coming. If I don't see you at all for the rest of the week, I'll see you next Monday, same time, same channel. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting.